President Trump yesterday released a 46-minute video address from the White House. He did not give the speech to address the coronavirus pandemic. Instead, his bizarre rant addressed his own political problems, where he fueled baseless claims of election fraud. Mr. Trump called it, quote, maybe the most important speech of his life. Paula Reid has the story.
If we are right about the fraud, Joe Biden can't be president.
But the president is wrong. Judges in courts across the country have said the campaign has not provided evidence of widespread voter fraud, and Joe Biden is the president-elect. Neither of those facts deterred the president, who released the 46-minute White House-produced video on Facebook Wednesday, filled with false accusations about the election.
We used to have what was called Election Day. Now we have election days, weeks and months.
The president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, made similar baseless claims in Michigan yesterday evening.
This election was stolen by mail-in ballots.
He appeared with witnesses who weren't under oath and urged lawmakers to award the state's electoral votes, which Mr. Biden won, to the president instead.
All I can tell you is, we let him get away with this. I don't know what happens after this.
But the hearing was held in Michigan's State House, not a court of law. A judge previously deemed some of the witnesses' accounts as not credible. Just a day earlier, Mr. Trump's own attorney general became the highest-ranking administration official to publicly dispute the president's claim and said federal investigators had not seen fraud on a scale that could have affected a different outcome in the election. Barr reportedly had an intense meeting with President Trump on Tuesday over the Attorney General's remarks undercutting Mr. Trump's fraud claims. The White House refused to say whether the president still has confidence in Barr.
The president, if he has any personnel announcements, will be the first to know it.
And while the president and his lawyers cried foul on the election, the president-elect was focused on the economic crisis he'll inherit in January.
We're likely to lose another 250,000 people dead between now and January.
Mr. Biden held a virtual roundtable with people struggling economically amid the pandemic.
This isn't a political game. This impacts on people's real lives and families. It impacts on all of you, all of us. And we need to get help out the door as soon as we can.
As millions of American families and small businesses reach a breaking point, long-awaited stimulus relief appears closer to actually happening after Democratic leaders endorsed a $908 billion proposal. That is a significant concession for the House Speaker, who had been holding out for a $2 trillion deal. Now, while both parties say they are committed to passing some sort of package, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell appears committed to a much smaller deal. Gail.
All right, Paula, thank you very much.